Fowl Territory, the only live stream that talks about stuff you want to talk about. My name
I'll bet there's
is
other
Gizzard
live streams
Gary.
that do that.
Let me add somebody to the stream
Welcome to
here.
Fowl Territory number
go solo.
203.
4, 5, 6. Anyway, Fowl Territory 203. We are back from SHOT Show. It is Friday, January the 27th, 2023.
Happy birthday, Gizzard.
Welcome. Well, you're a couple days early, but before I introduce my panel,
I hope you have a terrible birthday.
Well, it's going to be a birthday on a Sunday. Yay. Anyway, let's see who we got out there to welcome us back from the SHOT Show. The first one out there is Tactical Fud. The gun stop is out there and in here, as is Rich White. Tactical Turtle, the artist formerly known as Mike, as I understand, is out there. Obnoxious One out there and in here. 223 DMR is out there. Devil Dog 17013 is in the audience. Weston Probst, another Oklahoman out there. And Blitz is in the audience. And Travis T is out there. Garage Guy 879 is out there in the audience. And I see Old Crankman is out there. Defense Dead is out there seeing gun people. And then we have 67 Rebel SST AMC out there. So, welcome one and all. What are you doing, Snob?
Did you apologize to Tactical Turtle for making me ask if he was?
I didn't make you.
You dared me. You double dog
dared
me.
You literally said, no stones if you don't.
That's right. He said, well, you want me to ask him who the F he is? I said, no stones if you don't. So you did. Anyway.
See?
Devil Dog, let's see. Artac and Daughters is out there. Gun Websites is out there and in here. So now that you know who's out there and in here, let's talk about the people who are in here. So, my first panelist and second panelist, well, no, first and last. Anyway, the orange guy next to me.
Did you just call me two people?
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I did not.
You
are one of the two who are back from SHOT Show along with me. He is, of course, my co-host. He is the man who brings sunshine to this place because he is the voice of reason. And he is the man of orange and one of the biggest up-and-coming stars of SHOT Show 2023. Let's welcome from
how many donuts he
North Central,
shut your donut hole. You ate just as much.
Obnoxious One is here, boys and girls.
Yo.
Yay!
You ate one more than me.
That may be true.
In fact, you did. Because I bought you that one. Because
yeah, but you probably ate one on the way out.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
All right, continuing on, my next panelist. Every time we have a show from the mountains of West Virginia and sits in on our panel, he is the host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media channel, as well as Wrestling Unloaded on some sketchy wrestling channel.
West Virginia mountain.
Let's welcome the one, the only Rich White.
Hello.
Hey, Rich.
Good evening, Richard White.
Richard White, baby. All right. So I see that Mike White is out there in the audience. All right. Reloading from the Hot Pot just joined us. And we go down to the second row where I welcome my neighbor to the south, who is also back from SHOT Show.
He shut your dirty mouth, Weston.
The pride of Chelsea, Oklahoma. And he is the one, the only, the ever colorful gun snob.
That's a gorgeous shirt, sir.
See what I mean? Let me show you what I mean by colorful. Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this shirt, will you?
That shirt makes clowns want to vomit.
They already did. All over it.
Those flowers are used, Snob.
What are you doing?
Well, we can only take so much of that. All right. Anyway, thanks for being here. And last but not least, also here from Shot Show. That means 4 of the 5 of us. I forgot about G-Webs. He was there. I saw him. I cannot tell you what he looks like, but I can tell you I made positive identification. He is the host of gun websites, Daily Gun Show, and gear websites. So let's welcome G-Webs.
Hey, thanks for hosting. Thanks for the link.
Yeah, glad to have you. Skid Mark.
Me and D are going to have words later.
What happened?
I'm mad at you. Not like real mad, just a little mad.
What did I
Mostly
do?
disappointed. Because I got a reply today on my comment on your video. The one while we were at SHOT Show.
Oh, yeah. I was not good at checking comments at all.
I know, I should have texted you if I really cared. I was like, oh, where'd you get that patch? That's a cool patch. A week later, I get a reply to the comment from G.
I would do my downloading or or what do you call them, social media dumps in the morning, when I was waiting for Joe to get up, or at night before I was falling asleep. And then I didn't even think to I don't get that many replies to stuff, I don't get that many comments, so I didn't even think to check up on them.
What, no big deal.
So Tactical Turtle says Snob is the only thing that makes that shirt look good. Well,
It's a dirty mouth.
Travis T says, boy, that shirt is more colorful than the Gun Snob's patches. That it is.
More colorful than the gun snob.
That's true.
Does everybody know the story of those shirts?
That's a negative.
No.
Secret shirt story? I didn't know.
Gotta spill it now. Guess not. I want to say hello to G23, who has been
He's still in the hospital?
ill this last week. Hopefully he is feeling better. Glad to have him in here. Misha N is out there in the audience also. Misha says Turtle has it backwards. That shirt is the only thing that makes Snob look okay. You could say that. Or my panel went completely silent on me.
I know how 4 of these shirts. And my wife is so thrilled.
Yeah, hopefully she won't lose them all in the dryer or something like that.
She knows what they cost. She won't.
That only happens to socks.
M. Gabriel is out there in the audience. We have 21 people. We have 21 people going, I need to put my banner on so everybody knows what's going on here. And I got a super chat from Raw Feeding 101. A $2 super chat. Thank you. First time watching the show. What's up? Well, glad to
So
have
a
you
gentleman
on.
like that, I'm wondering if he is an officer at the Laverne Police Department, or formerly an officer. Just curious.
He probably drinks a lot of raw milk.
Before, I believe he advocates.
Raw milk?
It's a dog food thing, I think, that it feeds dogs raw
It's a dog
meat
food
rather
thing.
than dog food and stuff like that.
That's the way to go.
So
I don't get enough visitors to the compound to feed my dogs raw meat.
They can hunt their own, I suppose. There's enough deer and stuff running through.
Oh, I'm not gonna waste deer on them.
Put up a sign like free firewood or free fill dirt or something
Free live XXX.
behind the garage.
Speaking of dogs,
Puppy dog.
does the dog like the shirt?
Big dog's
Yes.
growling at the shirt.
He
Yeah,
is
dog don't
growling.
like that shirt. No.
I picked him up. Usually he jumps up here when he wants up here, and I reached down and picked him up. So
All right, so is everybody who attended SHOT Show, are we all recovered from our sore legs, sore back, sore feet, all that stuff? Maybe over whatever crud you brought home in my case.
I didn't bring home any crud this year.
I also did not bring home any crab.
My dogs got sick, but I didn't get sick.
Yeah, I got sick Sunday night and tested positive for COVID on Monday. I was feeling pretty rough for a couple days. Now I'm just kind of tired and stuff, but I'm gonna live.
Were you doing healthy stuff before to get like immune system going before the show?
Oh, much as I normally do. I mean, I normally take vitamin C 2 or 3 times a day anyway, and I upped it a little bit. But when you do about 50 knife shorts and you've held pocket knives that 700 people have been picking up and playing with, and
then you pick your nose right after that.
Yeah, like that. That happens.
You keep getting cut with the same knives everybody else getting cut.
Yeah, that's it. So, raw feeding 101, he says, yes, sir, Gizzard Gary, my dogs have been raw fed for 12 years, and that's what I do for a living. Teach folks how. Showed Squib how to make treats out of deer heart. Well, there you go, Obi. You just need to get the hearts out of them deers, and you have a dog treat.
thought when you hunted a deer, you had to take a big old bite out of the heart. So then you just make treats for the dogs out of the rest?
I suppose you don't eat it all. I don't know.
I think it's a liver. Take a bite out of it.
I don't think that applies to cats. I'm not going to live feed my cat. I don't really want to keep a fish tank in here so I could just pull one out and feed George.
Let's go pick up some mice at the local
Or
pet
mice.
shop.
Yeah, I can get a box of mice. Defense Dad says, knife shorts sound dangerous. Do you wear chainmail undies with those? What are these undies you speak of anyway?
Yeah. Underwear for pores.
Ghost Tactical is out there in the audience. Another SHOT Show veteran. There were many people out there, and Skidmark has become a channel member. Thank you very much. He is a Gizzard Groupie member. Thank you.
I almost had some skid marks last week, right after we ate Red Lobster.
Not that kind of skid mark.
Oh.
Well, I don't know this, but I'm not.
If we'd taken any longer to get back to the house, you would have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little worried after Red Lobster. That's for sure.
So a snub.
I wasn't nearly as worried as my underwear were.
Yeah.
You guys went to Red Lobster?
Yeah.
We went.
Can't remember which night it was.
I think we went there on Wednesday.
We went there on Wednesday also. Because they had steak and lobster tail special.
We were there till closed. Maybe we went to a different one. We went to the one that's kind of east of the strip, I guess.
That's probably the one we went to. Just barely off the strip to the east. But we went right after the show.
Oh, okay.
So I see Ozzy Osbourne is out there in the audience. All right.
Because we skipped lunch every day but Thursday, and we went and ate just as soon as the show was out. We went and ate.
Oh, I didn't eat at the show at all. I brought some like keto protein bar things that weren't very good.
We went Thursday. We went up at 8 because we was going to that Wild West Guns party that night. We knew it would be later before we ate, so we ended up going and eating in the food court thing.
Yeah, and that was kind of a waste.
Yeah, it was an overpriced. I thought Johnny Rockets would be better than it was. I've heard people talk about it before. I was pretty disappointed.
That's what my daughter said. She was pretty jealous that I got to go. I said, well, it wasn't good.
Yeah, but I'll bet you they're good like on a typical Wednesday or Tuesday or something instead of like when there's a big convention. They're trying to. That's probably the busiest they get, right? Yeah,
all right,
maybe go to one that's not in the casino.
Yeah. Coming onto the panel, let's welcome Ghost Tactical. What's up, Ghost?
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
It's Rich 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
That's my goal. That's my goal in life.
Yes.
He just wants to be known as Dick White.
Wow.
I've been the other way around.
Goes a little higher, man.
All right, so around the room, because this was one of G-Web's favorite questions to ask me whenever I sat down. Well, was it G-Web's or was it Clover? It's Clover. Every time I saw Clover, you'd say. Quick question. Answer as fast as you can. What's the coolest thing you saw at SHOT Show so far? So, Obi, coolest thing you saw at SHOT Show?
Me?
Is there mirrors? I didn't
Okay.
see.
Yeah, there are
You
mirrors all over the
Son of
place.
a- you took my answer.
Mirrors all over
you
the place.
also.
Were you? Aw.
How about you,
Ashton
Snob?
definitely thought so.
Coolest thing I saw at SHOT Show.
Are you not going to ask for my real answer?
Oh, go ahead with
Okay,
your
what's
answer.
your real answer?
It was
Go ahead,
Snob.
because I'm still waiting on Snob.
Snob was my actual real answer.
Mm.
No, I want the Henry. I want
Dang
the Henry.
it! That really was going to be mine. But it was not that zinc revolver.
The semi-auto?
Plastic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
for damn sure. You mean like the wax cutout?
Yeah. G-Web's actually made that for them right before the show on his printer. Pick it up there.
That was machined aluminum. Snob.
That's not
Yeah.
true because G's would have been much more quality.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, Snob, do you have an answer yet?
Well, it was going to be the Henry Helmstetter, but now it's not. So let's go.
Can't use that
with-
now.
I know.
Apollo 11.
No, I mean that was cool, but
You did think the Apollo 11 was cool? Hold on.
it was absolutely
Texting
Yeah.
Ethan.
cool. As long as you texted Ethan, not Colby, we're good.
Well, I found one thing that was cooler than the
I'll
Apollo
say
11.
the Hollow Sun thermal. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
That
How about you, G-Webs?
For all a SHOT Show, I'd have to still be thinking. I haven't gone through all my pictures yet, but there was definitely some interesting things downstairs. So I'm trying to think of anything upstairs. There was some interesting things upstairs too, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff, and I couldn't even remember all of it.
I'm going to go with an AK downstairs made in Pennsylvania. I've been following them, Recreator blanks, they're called. They used to make receivers, and now they've just been making more and more parts, and now they're making the full gun. And that's just kind of neat to see somebody besides the big companies developing AKs based off the standard set or the kind of the pieces that you would build parts kits from.
Okay. All right. Ghost?
Crashing Rich for sure. No, in all seriousness. A couple things. There was a trigger guard from Core Elite Operations that had a trigger guard that had a built-in pin that you could adjust. And basically what you do is when it's empty, you hold it down and then you bring the trigger to reset. Then you tighten the screw down, and that trigger only goes as far as the reset forever. Like it stays there at the reset. So it makes it just like it's pretty awesome. And then the Zenith line of the MP5s that are now made in the USA, those are pretty awesome as well.
Cool. Now, I'm probably going to surprise you. I'm going to go with something from LFA, and I'm not going to go with the Apollo 11. I'm going to go with the Challenger. I thought that was super cool. I want one.
Me too.
So now I'll go ahead and pose the question to Rich. Have you watched any? Surely you've watched all of our SHOT Show videos, right?
Some of them.
So what's
and watch them all.
So what's the coolest thing you've seen in any SHOT Show videos so far?
I don't know what there was a lot of cool stuff, but I'll say the weirdest was that folding 22 that Chris had on his channel that looks like a damn wallet when it's folded up. Looks like one of those.
Oh, what was that? The ounce? Is that what
Yeah.
that one was?
Yeah.
There's a video on that last year.
Yeah, they said they shot thousands of rounds through it, and they kept developing it. So it's pretty cool.
So I see Chris from the 740 is out there in the audience.
The Mean Arms, the ball bearing blowback upper was pretty cool. Olympus had a recoil driven 308 that was pretty cool. No gas. It was pretty awesome. There was a lot of cool stuff this year, actually.
Yeah, there was.
There was watching a lot of the videos. I have caught quite a few of the videos, but watching all of them at this point, you get flooded with them every day. It's hard to see every single one of them. Sorry, guys. So I have not seen all of your videos, but I have watched some of all
You better
of
start
your
buckling
videos.
down, sir.
I don't know what your problem is.
What else do you have to do?
I've watched
Get hurt playing Wii hockey.
Yeah, put that controller down for a little bit. Give it a rest.
No, there was a lot of good stuff this year at SHOT.
Was anybody else a little disappointed? Take the weather aside, but at range day, it just didn't seem to, I don't know, be like range days of the past. I don't know.
I really think it was just the weather, though. I think
It could be.
Yeah,
It could have been.
They were being pretty stingy on ammo, though.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, like I was like getting 5, 3. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some that give me 3 rounds. I was like,
Mhm.
3? Like, how can you even do something with 3 rounds?
I think at the same time they just wanted to get you in and out of there because they wanted to be done too. I really think a lot of it had to do with the weather. They were just miserable. Everybody was miserable there.
I will say the guys that put up, or whoever put up the lunch tents, did a great job, because those things should have flown away quickly, but they never did.
I was nervous even sitting in there.
I'm gonna put hats off to the guys that put all those flags up, because I think there's maybe 1 or 2 that came down. All the rest of them were still up.
I'm going to take full credit for the I'm going to take full credit for the EAA flag. That might have flown away, but not when I saw it. So I was pretty proud of myself.
Now, I'd hate to have been the person having to pick up trash after everybody left.
Oh man, it was like blowing out of the trash can. And even if the trash can wasn't like completely full, it was still sucking it out of them. It was so windy.
Well, they say that got up to 40-mile-an-hour gusts. That was no joke.
Oh, I believe it.
Was that just a guess? Because I thought it was the whole time.
It felt like it for sure, yeah.
And then when it started raining, that rain hurt. Of course, Obnoxious and Gary wouldn't know anything about that. I got stuck with Sarge in the rain.
That's because I had to rescue Gizzard and take him back.
As I recall, you held up the keys and says, "I'm going back. Let's go."
See, I rescued you.
Well, I'll give you credit for it. It
You
wasn't
were
a bad decision at all.
You were wandering around like the kid in the snowsuit from
Christmas
Story.
He really did. Gizzard was having a hard time staying upright with all
In the red suit, the red snowsuit, that was awesome.
Yeah, except for Gizzard was green.
Oh, green, whatever it was. Yeah, definitely would have.
I'm glad I wasn't out there in the rain. It was not only windy, it was on the cool side. And thank God I had the rain jacket on, although I really didn't need it for the rain, but it kept the wind off of me. So I was damn glad to have it.
Mine all day, my rain jacket and my hoodie.
Yep.
I was not prepared for that cold weather in Vegas.
2 hoods, 2 jackets. Yeah, it was cold. But, and it ended early.
I want to give a shout out to a company called Ironclad for hooking us up with hats and
gloves that
morning. I was pretty thrilled with that.
Thank God for Ironclad. They were giving away $25 gloves.
Yeah, hooked everybody up with gloves and hats.
Hey, did you, Snow, did you ever get by a Bolay's booth and get some glasses at range day? Guess not.
What were you asking? What?
I asked if Snob ever got to at range day, ever to the Bolay booth and got any eyewear.
I didn't get nothing for you.
No, I don't
I didn't get nothing on range day.
So I had a couple comments.
I got gloves and hat.
Gloves would have been nice. I didn't get any gloves.
Yeah, it would have been a good year for gloves. You got those at the main entrance right when you came in?
Where all the stuff, the non-shooting ones
Where all
are.
the vendors are at.
Yeah.
Oh, at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We went through there as we came in because I said, maybe somebody's giving away a hat or something. And I got over there and they were giving away beanies and gloves.
Oh
I
man,
was like, scan my badge, I'm in. All I got to do is scan it. You can send me emails all you want.
Wait,
if I
gloves
get
they
it.
and
can
what?
give away like a beanie hat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be great.
beanie and gloves.
They can give away beanie hats and gloves. They can't give away meal tickets, huh? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
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 Well, some people had meal tickets this year because somebody in front of us paid with one.
Vendors got some.
Well, they were handing out meal tickets when we were leaving.
The heck of it is, it was a lot of fun standing in line to get your food and then hoping you could hold on to it in between there and the tent.
I'm wondering if they didn't give out the tickets, how many people just didn't buy food and went somewhere else. So all those food vendors are going to be like high and dry, buying a bunch of food and not selling it.
I got me some street tacos that were pretty
I
decent.
did too. That's what I had.
Yeah, I wished I'd have had that instead of I think I had a Nathan's hot dog that was barely lukewarm.
Surprisingly, the chicken street taco was excellent, and I was not expecting it to be.
I liked all three of them. I think it was
I
a
did
chicken,
too.
beef, and pork. Yeah, the chicken was probably the best, but all three of them were pretty decent.
Because I'm normally a steak street taco guy, is the only kind I get. But you didn't
Same
have an
here.
option. You just got all three, and I was like, I'll eat the chicken one first. That's going to be my least favorite. And it turns out it was probably actually my favorite. I was like, oh, that's
Yeah, it was
really
pretty good. The pork was good. Yeah, the chicken was probably the best. I'd say the pork was better than the beef, actually.
I was pretty happy with it.
So I see that bearded guy is out in the audience.
He hasn't said which one is more entertaining yet, though.
Do what?
He hasn't said which one is more entertaining yet, though.
Oh.
Well, the robot's less
Clearly, the
predictable.
robot vacuum.
The robot's less predictable.
That's true. So has it been about, what, 2 weeks or 3 weeks since we did a show?
Did you do one at Shot Show?
No, it's been 3 weeks. Okay. So
Yeah, he
Well,
clearly
that's
said
your
the
answer,
vacuum was
vacuum.
more entertaining.
Vacuum is more entertaining.
a lot has
done-
happened in the last 3 weeks. A lot of new gun news, gun regulation
A lot of
news,
ATF shenanigans.
ATF shenanigans, YouTube, can we say YouTube shenanigans? Is that misinformation? I hope not.
Don't let Clover hear you say that. Just saying.
Yeah, apologies
They
in here.
demonetized mine, and then if I go in there and look, it just says you can reapply, but the thing is unhighlighted, so you can't reapply. And then it'll say, like it says, oh, you wonder why? Click on this down arrow, and then it goes, you posted about guns, and then it just says the gun policy. So there's no indication of what of my thousands of videos did it, and it just says like you can reapply, and then there's a highlighted things grayed out, so I can't click the reapply button. So it's very frustrating.
So we were talking in the pre-chat about, Mr. Big Kid did a video this afternoon about how he's on 2 strikes now, and he's afraid he's going to lose his channel. Somebody, I forget the name, lost their channel today.
Well, let's be fair. Steve hasn't gotten a strike yet. He's putting out misinformation. He hasn't received a strike yet.
Who's Steve?
Mr. Big Kid. He hasn't received a strike. Some of his friends are on their second strike. He hasn't had anything happen to him. He's just playing the drama role.
Well, I've got community strike, and I think that's why I can't remonetize, because it'll say you can't have any strikes if you want to reapply.
Yeah, the strike's probably what's getting you
And
is
there's nothing you can do about a community strike. It doesn't dissolve like it used to, or go away after a while like it used to.
yeah.
Now, Weston is out there saying, don't forget the news that Barrett Firearm sold to an Aussie company.
I didn't hear that. Who bought them?
I don't know.
NOIA or NIOA or something. I saw it come
And I
out.
saw a post.
And Aussie said Illinois went deeper into the outhouse. I thought they were already into the
It's hard to believe.
sub-basement.
That must mean that they're in the what do they call that? Not the sewer, but the
The pile of shit.
Well, that pretty much, yeah. But I'm not very smart. I lost the words.
So NIOA, a global defense contractor based in Australia, bought 100% interest in Barrett in January.
Bought the whole thing. Wow.
That's interesting.
So they're going to continue to manufacture here?
Says they will continue to operate under the Barrett brand as a separate division within the NIOA group alongside Australia, New Zealand, and the Australian Missile Corporation. All management have been retained and production will continue as normal in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
So two things are probably getting ready to happen. The Barrett 50 cal is getting ready to be the designated marksman rifle for the Australian Army, and whatever they're producing is going to be imported through the Barrett name, I bet.
It says Barrett will eventually expand.
Of course they will.
What does this say? The current Barrett president has been promoted to the role of chief executive officer. And then
I just seen
their
where
chief
Ryan
operating
Barrett
officer.
put out a post saying they're not going to sell to California law enforcement.
Did you look at that post? That post is 18 years old.
Yeah, that's
Is it?
from an olden days. Yeah, that's the
Oh, somebody just shared it. I just saw it today.
and it just says Ronnie and Chris will provide ongoing support. They don't talk about the daughter. I just read an article about it.
Well, at least they're keeping everybody on. Production's going to be the same. I mean, that's a good sign that they're at least keeping everybody on. That's good.
Wonder why American company didn't buy it, or some American money didn't buy it, and why they would sell to an Australian. Why they had to or did, chose to.
Maybe a higher bid. If it's a contracting company, they got more money. Just
I don't know.
throwing money. I don't know. I have no idea.
Big gun to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we didn't lose it, but still kind of lost it. Because we lost Colt already, too.
Okay. So, moving right along, don't forget, if you're out there in the audience, we have a giveaway coming up at the top of the hour. That hashtag is hashtag FT203. So go ahead and enter that in the chat if you want to get entered into the drawing. Got plenty of time. Maybe.
Did you get a bunch of stuff to give away?
I did.
Did you go around on Friday and be like, "Can I have all the rest of your free stuff?" Like all the rest of your
It just
swag?
wasn't as much as in past years, though. I mean, my raking of patches and stickers could have went into a much smaller bag than what I brought for the occasion. Let's put it that way.
I saw G-Web stash, and
really?
you raked up this year,
I
man.
didn't get many of any. I got maybe two. Well, okay, a couple I got handfuls of, but most of them I got 2 or 3 of. So going around on Friday is always different than going around and grabbing 2 or 3 at the beginning of the show. But I don't know, kind of depends on the patch. But you can also make an arrangement, like, hey, let me grab a handful of these on Friday if there's some left. But anyway, I was just wondering how many, if you got a whole bunch or not.
I wouldn't classify it as a whole bunch compared to previous years, let's put it that way. But to be fair, as my friends
To
would
be
say,
fair,
To be fair.
to be fair, I had more than plenty of patches here already to go around, so it's not like we're gonna have to cut back on giving out patches or anything. We're fine. You may at some point start seeing 2022 patches again. But hey, it's a little bit of history along with everything else. But no, it was a fairly decent SHOT Show. Got to meet some people. Got to meet She Fires. That was fun. Actually got to meet
Still taller than Ghost.
Pardon me? Who's taller, a ghost?
Hashtag truth. Hashtag truth.
What's the tag for Instagram on this?
Hashtag FT203.
He said for
Oh, for
Instagram.
Instagram.
Oh, for
It's the
Instagram.
account. You got to tag the account.
Yeah. It's at Gizzard Gary, or at GG Fowl Territory.
Thanks.
Although if I go through all of the tag stuff from there, there's liable to be 600 SHOT Shows, so I may have to pick and choose through that. But we'll see what comes up. But I got to meet and take a selfie with Cheryl Todd. That was a pleasure. And also Paul Markle. A lot of people are like, who's Paul Markle? Well, he hosts the Student of the Gun podcast. So,
that guy that was sitting at that table.
Yeah. He's a cool guy. He was nice. Mystic Guns is out there, as is Agorizer. So, we've got 22 people still out here watching this. And, yeah, saw Chris from the 740. It was his first SHOT Show. MK Tactical Journal was there. Both of them putting in a lot of floor work. I saw them mostly down the dungeon when I was walking around. I saw them going from place to place. So everybody was kind of out and about doing their things. Occasionally I'd run into people in the media room, but by and large, everybody was out and about doing their stuff and getting plenty of content, looked like. So, and making good inroads with some companies. I got some good videos. Not more than I'd actually planned on putting together, full-length videos, and a lot of material for shorts. So I was pretty happy with everything. Abby Finnegan is out there. Two Life Moo has put up his 3-month anniversary. Member for 3 months as a Gizzard groupie. Thank you. So he's entered in the drawing.
Too bad he's not in here with us, hanging out.
Who, Moo?
Yeah. Piece of work.
I see Woods is out there too. Abby's been a member for 5 months. Wow. Then we're
I didn't
talking
tag none
about
of my
Belly.
photos, so now I'm having to do this.
What about your photos?
I forgot to tag GG Fowl Territory in them. I always forget that.
Oh.
I'm a horrible person.
Sorry about that. I was distracted by something else that came through on my computer.
Between Gary and Clover's Instagram accounts, if I got all of their followers on Instagram, I'd be right back where I was before.
I don't have that many.
Still got more than Ghost.
Hurtful.
Yeah.
Well, look at all these people now. We've got Tactical FUD member for 12 months. Gun Websites member for 18 months. I didn't even know I'd had channel memberships up that long. Wow, thanks.
I think I was one of the first ones. What's weird is it won't let, like then when I do that to Yankees chat, it lets me type stuff. It doesn't let me type stuff in here.
Huh.
Must be the amount of money, I guess.
I do not know.
I think Yankee just blocked you. It's all good.
It could be.
Speaking of Yankee, he stayed there all
Gunstar.
week this year. So it was the first time he ever stayed all week. I was like, I saw him on Friday, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "I stayed here all week." He said it was a great show, but I was like, "Wow, he's still here."
I never even saw him once.
I saw him 2 or 3 times throughout the week, just on the floor. But I mean, like, I saw him Friday, and usually he's gone by Wednesday night or something. But he was there all week.
Yeah, he was sitting at the table with G-Webs the first time I saw him in the room, but he doesn't. I don't believe we've ever been introduced, so he doesn't know who I am. And even if he was introduced to me, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't care. So
I would have said, I didn't know. I figured you knew. I don't know who the hell sits with him when he does his like. He'll go sit on those couches and hang out. And I know people hang out with him over on the couches.
Misty Gun says member for 0 months. Gun Snob claims to be a member for 36 months. I haven't even been monetized that long, I don't believe. So let's see how many we got entered in the drawing. Ooh, 16. They're getting in there, folks, but you still have a few minutes, so take your time and hurry up doing that. So what else can we talk about, panel? Are we all talked out about SHOT Show? Do we have other things we can go on with? Or we still want to talk about SHOT Show? I mean, it was a pretty good week all in all, I thought.
Yeah, who's the most interesting person you've seen? What was the most interesting, like, event or thing you went to or heard about happening? Like, it's a but it's not the same as it used to be, for damn sure.
I got asked to be interviewed for an hour for a documentary over at the Palazzo. So that was interesting, considering I went in there and didn't know anybody there and had like 6 cameras and all these lights, and it was like a big deal. But yeah, sit there interviewed for an hour for this documentary. That was kind of interesting.
What kind of
I
documentary?
had this.
It's gonna be called Guns. So the people that did the documentary on the real Anthony Fauci that won like the Cannes Film Festival was doing one about guns and misconceptions of the gun community and all that.
Interesting.
I had an interesting interview too, but it was on a casting couch, and it was kind of awkward.
Oh, yeah, I was there.
That's what made it awkward.
That's what's scary. Yeah.
We do have video of you wearing the Speedo, just saying.
I wasn't wearing it that much, I can promise you.
Never done a 4-count burpee like this one.
He said a 4-count burpee. That's funny.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
I don't care who you are. That's funny.
But for me, it was the first time I flew to and from SHOT Show. That all went just fine.
Even with the guns?
Yeah, I did fly with a gun, yes.
I'm saying even with the guns, no problems?
No problem. No. Luckily, my friends
Sorry,
prepared me
read the
fairly
rules.
well. Actually, Snob sent me a link to the case I needed and told me what locks I needed. Actually sent me a link. I'm sure he made a buck or two off those, but that's fine.
I don't think I did even.
So I had everything I needed. It all worked just perfect.
Oh,
Didn't it?
for God's sakes, make sure you take your iPad keyboard out of your backpack at Vegas.
I know, right?
It's not an issue in Tulsa, but in Vegas, oh my God. I left my iPad backpack in there, so you had to go, or my iPad keyboard, so you had to go through my whole backpack.
Wow.
Screw
When I left Vegas, they didn't even make me take my stuff out of my backpack. They just said run it through with everything in it. Laptop, everything.
Yeah, that's how Tulsa was, but not Vegas for me.
Yeah, Vegas. They were interesting in Vegas.
And it literally took almost an hour to get, by the time I checked my bag to get through TSA, it took right at an hour.
I think I'm going to spend the $70 or whatever it is to
I
get the
am,
TSA
100%.
pre-check for next year. It's worth it.
Yeah, I am 100% spending that.
And I will say, if you ever fly Southwest and you depart from gate C1, you have it in your mind, oh, C1, that's probably the very first gate I'm going to run into. Wrong. It starts with 25 and goes backwards.
What's this whole TSA $70 thing? You got to pay extra to go faster through TSA.
You can go TSA pre-check. I think it's $78, and it's good for 5 years. You basically just do a quick background check. It takes 3 to 5 days to get it. I was going to get it before I went, and I didn't get it. But you get to go to a totally separate line, and you don't have to take off your shoes, don't have to take off your belt or light jacket, or pull your gear out of your bag.
Life jacket? What the hell are you doing?
Light jacket.
Oh, you said life jacket.
Too,
I was like, why are you carrying a life jacket?
Well, you never know when you land in the water. No,
I like it.
whenever I left.
I don't like it when I have to take off my flying tuxedo jacket.
Yeah.
TSA. So what if your CCW acted as your fancy TSA thing because you've already done a background check for your CCW?
You think it would, but no.
Because you didn't pay the TSA your $78,
Yeah,
you're still going to
exactly.
do it.
Yeah.
It's all about money. But whenever I
So
left
what
Florida,
about you get I have an old driver's license, so you get a new driver's license and you can go on an airplane now, and then you got to pay an extra $75.
well, you don't even have to
You
have
don't
the real
have
ID
to,
yet.
but it does cut. Like here in Arkansas, you go to Little Rock, like it took me like 3 minutes to get through TSA. It took
Yeah,
me almost an
football
hour in Vegas. It would have taken me about 5 minutes if I had the pre-check.
Yeah, Wichita was the same way. I think I was the only person waiting in line to check my bags and to go. I think there was one person ahead of me in TSA. We were the only two people there.
Now, whenever I flew out of Melbourne last fall, they had a little bit of a line going through the thing. So the TSA pre-check people grabbed me and pulled me over to that line. And that was great when I didn't have to take off my shoes, belt,
Hold on.
anything.
Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
Did you have a
Hold on.
koala in your pants? That's what I did.
Well, he was negotiating the Barrett deal.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Possibly
Hold on.
Melbourne, Florida.
I have to do this for Abigail. TSA can give their balls a tug.
Pitter patter.
Now, Defense Dad says, Snob, you don't need a life jacket. In case of emergency, your seat cushion serves as a flotation device. Listen to the pre-flight safety briefings next
I'm
time.
sorry, I already have my headset on.
Yeah, I did too. It's like
I think
man,
I was already asleep,
You
honestly.
shouldn't be
I was
penalized for
watching-
bringing an extra life jacket.
I had a 3:00 flight time, so I was watching the Chiefs game.
If that plane crashes in an ocean or big lake or whatever, you're all going to be laughing. You're not going to be laughing when somebody brought their own extra life jacket. You're all sitting around trying to
Yeah, exactly.
figure out how to float on a cushion or
I
whatever.
mean that takes prepping to a whole new level. Let's just say that.
Well, you got to bring a parachute and a life.
I did
one of them.
get scolded at
Ooh.
the Las Vegas airport for not using the kiosk to check my bag.
They should make.
Did you tell them
fake
I have
tuxedos
a
that-
firearm in here? I cannot. do that.
That's I'm standing there and there's absolutely people all over the kiosk. I'm looking up and there's one of the check-in says customer service. So I start walking through that and the woman comes running over to me that was watching people go through the kiosk. She's like, "You got to use the kiosk." I'm like, "I can't use the kiosk." "You have to use the kiosk." "I can't use the kiosk." "Well, you have to use the kiosk." "I have a firearm." "Oh, well, you can't use the kiosk."
And
Why did you say that?
welcome to the party, lady.
Well,
Why did you
people
just
are-
say that? I don't know, because there's 100 people standing around here that I didn't want to yell out, "Hey, I got a firearm."
Tell you I have a gun.
There's literally
So
one
Defense
reason.
Dad wants to know, any of y'all have any camera equipment malfunctions while at the show?
Nope,
Negative.
the phone worked fine.
I had the
Uh,
opposite. Pink gave me a bunch of his old phones, and they're like freaking magic. They're amazing. New phones.
I had operator input error on one video, and I had to do that over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was that the
your
one where the
audio?
guy was dying laughing in the background?
No,
No,
I
he
had
didn't. He
operator-
didn't plug his mic in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
No, I didn't. I didn't hit record.
I've done that a million times, and I keep recording it as it goes into my pocket.
Mhm.
The best part is when you're doing that on a range video at home, and
Mhm.
you just went through like 100 rounds of ammo,
Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
and then you turn off your camera and it beeps and starts recording. You're like,
Yep.
that's not good.
What do you think of?
Yeah, I think
And then you just
Uh,
quit.
What do you think of Banshee's 360 videos?
I think it's neat, but I think he definitely needs to upgrade to a better than he was bragging about. He gave $125 for that camera. Yeah, the quality's not there. It's a neat.
I don't know
idea.
if he's uploading them at full quality, but yeah, it's kind of neat. Has anybody seen those? You can like poke around and look behind the camera and up in the air and down at the ground and stuff.
I saw a couple guys that had like like a big long, I don't know, antenna or something that had them hooked on top of it. So they get like a bigger view above. That was kind of annoying, but it was kind of a cool idea. Yeah.
Well,
I
but
mean, in
he's
theory, it's
posted a
pretty
couple
neat.
of his already, but not that great. But they're neat.
I mean, I think if you got, and I realize no telling how much a good quality 360 camera is going to be compared. I'm sure it's considerably more.
GoPro Max.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it is.
I was more interested in the big long antenna the guy had. I wanted to put attach a flag. I was gonna right. But I was gonna attach a flag to the top of it so people could find me if I got lost.
What's stopping you from doing that? You could have like an extendable pole type of thing,
you should get
and
one of
put
those,
some
like,
kind
bike-
of flag on there.
One of those bike flags and just
Mhm.
strap to your leg.
There's not too many places except going in and out of doors where that would even hang up on anything. You couldn't walk into boots, but
And you hear this boing. I was just
Well,
gonna
when
go
you're as short as I am, you can walk pretty much anywhere and you'll be
you
fine.
put it on your backpack and just leave your backpack in the aisle. Yeah,
Well, you know how I found obnoxious every time I lost him during the show? I'm like, have you seen the ugly dude with the beautiful orange shirt on? They're like, yeah, he's right over there. I mean, anywhere I went, it was no trouble.
Wow.
I use that same
That's
line
just
on Thursday.
I hate you.
Turnabout's fair play on that one, I suppose. So Abby says she's had half a bottle of Beefeater. How big a bottle? If it's one of those little 2-ounce airplane bottles, you're okay.
half gallon.
How big a boy are you?
Yeah.
How much drinking did you do? I drank like a shot and a bunch of coffee. I didn't drink anything except one shot.
I drank quite a bit Monday and Wednesday. That's the only 2 nights I drank.
I didn't drink anything.
I smoked like 5 cigarettes, and I think that's what killed my throat. I can definitely.
Snob
I was
forced me to
only
drink
responsible for one though, G. So I try not to bring you back to the dark side.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like when you don't smoke and you smoke 5 cigarettes in a week, like you can 100% tell that you smoke 5 cigarettes. At least I could. At least in those conditions, talking and elevation and dryness and everything. Lack of water because of the media room. Lack of anything else besides drinking fountain water.
I was at least happy they had the drinking fountain thing this year. That helped over last year.
I didn't remember to go up to the media room to get anything. I think I got like 4 Cokes one time, and they're the gross Cokes with syrup in them, so they're not even good Cokes.
Those water bottles were pretty cool.
Yeah, that was nice. They had those out there in the hallway.
Well, you're talking about those metal ones that say media on them?
Yeah.
I didn't use them. They gave me them, but I didn't use them. They're little.
I didn't even end up getting one. I had which I wouldn't have room to bring it back anyways. I had a Glock one and a Shooting Targets USA one. The Shooting Target USA one was identical to the SHOT Show Media one. I just never got the SHOT Show Media one.
The Shooting Targets one was bigger. Media one's
Oh,
small.
was it bigger? Yeah. Okay, well, it was the same style anyways.
Well, yeah.
Correct myself.
I have that one bottle you gave me to take on the plane, which worked out really well, by the way.
I don't even know whose that was. That was the SHOT Show one they were giving out.
Yep. I put that thing to good use. Filled it up as soon as I got through check.
They let you take an empty bottle through the thing, and then you can fill it up?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, right before I went through TSA, the guy in front of me had just an empty water bottle, like a Dasani or whatever water bottle that she'd thrown in the tub to go through security. And it fell out because it was on top of her bag. And the guy just picked it up off the ground and threw it in the trash. And oh, my Lord, it was the end of the world. They threw her water bottle away.
Oh, so you get to see Karen at the airport. That's awesome.
Yes,
How's Karen doing?
She was wonderful. I'm pretty sure that's why he was so anal about my bag, is because he just had to do it with her right in front of me.
Whenever it gets real tense at TSA, I like to say something like, remember who pays your paycheck, buddy.
Yeah, that always goes over really well.
Or something like, I'm in a big hurry. I ain't got all day like you.
Yeah, that's probably second in line behind, hey, just disregard that bomb in there. That's their favorite one.
So whenever we were flying in to Vegas, this is kind of a fun story. we're flying into Vegas, and everybody's like looking out on the right side of the plane, looking out because there's a big fire down in Vegas. I'm talking a massive fire.
Yeah, we saw that fire. I don't know what it was.
So we're getting pretty close to landing, and somebody in the back, you see that fire out there? And everybody's like, gasp. I'm like, you're an idiot. You probably shouldn't yell that on a plane.
Nah, probably shouldn't.
On our way into town, we seen some robots screwing around with that dam. So we got in a big car chase. Ended up having to catch them on fire. It was a big thing. They were trying to knock down that dam.
Okay, so real
Then there really
quick,
would have been a shortage of water in the media room.
I'm going to shut the banners down, and we're going to do a little bit of business here real quick for gearwebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
GearWebsites.com for all your Pro 2A swag needs.
That's where you go.
That's where all the money is going to be coming in, hopefully. And there's going to be a ton of SHOT Show patches. Tons of SHOT Show patches over there.
Ooh.
I was more excited that G-Webs actually, you did some videos this year for the first time in a while, didn't you?
I did something like 43 videos last year, but yeah, I just don't make a big deal about them. I do videos of stuff that people find boring, I think, like robot submarines and stuff.
Did anybody else see the robot dog? That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't see it this year. I saw it last year.
It gets crazier.
Yeah,
like last year, it was kind of walking around like a robot dog. This year, remember the dog from, what was it? I think it was Battlestar Galactica had the dogs, right? The robot dogs. That wasn't Buck Rogers. I think it was Battlestar Galactica had those robot dogs back in the day. They had monkeys in them. You don't remember those? The TV show?
I remember the TV show, but I don't remember the robot dogs.
I think it was either Battlestar Galactica or Buck Rogers. But anyway, the dog was turning its head. It was like animatronics. Like they've had a year's worth of playing around with the robot dogs essentially. So now they can like make it sit and it acts like a dog. Like it tilts its head and it perks its little robot antenna ears up. It's creepy.
Yeah, the one that I saw this year freaked out a couple of people because it was just the 4 legs. And then basically what looked like a tabletop on top of it. It had no head or tail or anything. It was just the 4 legs. Oh. And it looked kind of creepy. This one lady is like, what the hell is that? That's pretty funny.
Most of them are in the law enforcement. So people, I guess, kind of are used to them. But the flying ones were crazy. Did you see the little one in the big law enforcement room? The little mosquito drone?
I did not know.
Basically the size of a bird. And it can fly around with thermal for like 26 minutes. So they would just leave it up, I don't know, about twice as high as the booth. You know, that big law enforcement room has a really high ceiling. So it was just up in the air, looking down with a thermal. So you'd walk by and see yourself on thermal and then be like, what the hell? And then very quietly, there's a little drone that's like, you could land in your hand, you know, it's like a toy, but it's just up there kind of really quietly hovering. Super creepy.
I'm surprised they allowed drones to be flying inside there. That's kind of cool.
It was so little. And there was a couple inside of nets. I don't know, were those downstairs? Yeah, they were downstairs. Did you see the ones where you could fly them inside of nets? Like the booth was like half netted, like a baseball thing or something?
Yeah, I saw that one, but I was talking about like just in open air. I'm surprised they allowed them to do that. They may not have seen it though either.
They had shotguns on 2 different drones. And I didn't see a gun on a dog, but on the drone, Chris is saying Louis Mountain guns on the dogs. I saw 2 different wheeled drones with guns this time. Actually, 2 with shotguns. There was other ones with machine guns. There's always been ones with machine guns.
All righty. Well, we are halfway through the show, so I'm going to turn it over to the gun snob to do his intro.
You know what time it is? Anybody know what time it is? Oh, wait.
10:06.
10:06.
Nope, I haven't been paying attention.
And you know what that means? That means we are 6 minutes late for tonight's giveaway, folks. We're going to have the most epic, most amazing, most greatest, bestest giveaways in the last 3 weeks, folks. This is going to be good. You want to get entered. And if you want to enter, all you have to do is type hashtag #, whatever you want to, tic-tac-toe board, whatever.
FT203.
FT203.
Oh my God, he already forgot his lines.
No, I knew it. I was just jacking around today. I really didn't remember what number it was. Anyways, all you have to do is type that hashtag FT203 out there in the chat. You'll be entered in the random drawing generator. And for tonight's giveaway, Gizzard, what have we got for the good folks out there in YouTube land?
We got some good stuff. We got some good
Do we have
stuff.
some things? Do we have good things to go with it, or just stuff?
We just have stuff. I'm not allowed to give away things on this channel. That's kind of exclusive territory of another channel.
Not with the new YouTube policies.
It is. So we're going to start, as always, with the official Gizzard Gary channel sticker.
Fake news.
Oh, it's not fake. It's quite real.
I don't
And
believe it.
as always, the Fowl Territory thumbnail
Identity
sticker.
hider.
Okay, everything else that I'm going to give away tonight came from this year's SHOT Show.
So it's all fresh.
So you're giving COVID away?
Yes, that's right. All right, so from Fiocchi, a sticker.
Does that make that stuff you put in them things that goes bang?
So if you
Is
have
that
any
a-
question what it is, you can pick it up and say, what the Fiocchi?
Is that a bikini on there?
Maybe.
It's supposed to be shotgun barrels, maybe?
Why are you off center, Gizzard?
I'm just slightly left to center. Or right of center. We have a
It's a new
jackal.
camera.
Jackal sticker.
What is this? What is this?
It's a jackal.
Yeah, no. What is it though? Is that a gun or what?
Isn't that something that PSA
I
has?
think it's a PSA jackal,
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the MP5 or is it something else?
Oh,
That doesn't exist.
yeah. I don't think it's the MP5. Was that the name of the MP5? I don't know.
Did anybody,
Now-
If that's the MP5, that's all of it.
did anybody get the green alien patch from ESA?
No.
No.
The only time I even went by PSA, I was disappointed they didn't have any patches out.
Well, no. Nobody had patches out this year. You had to ask for almost everything good.
Okay, who can tell me? I'm not real sure where this came from.
Dagger defense.
Is it? Okay,
No.
well, you're getting one.
What'd you call it? Dagger defense?
It's
Yeah,
not really. It's
I
Dagger
don't think it
something.
is.
And then you're getting this from armaspec.com.
What is that? Targets?
Armaspec's like data silent capture buffer springs and stuff.
Okay, and this company I can tell you a little bit about. Lock Grips. They make beautiful grips.
I've got some lock grips sitting right here on my desk. 2 sets of them.
There's a lot of stickers, so hang on tight. Also, a cool sticker, Guns and Mental Health, WTTA podcast.
Did they have free stickers on their thing?
Well, evidently, I didn't pay
I
for it.
should have ordered some stickers. I didn't even see them.
I can get you a bunch
It's
of them.
free
if
to
you want
me,
some,
let's
G.
put it that way.
Yeah, give me a stack of them.
All right.
Okay, how about Hogue Knives?
Gooey.
Hogue Knives.
Hogue
And then Winchester.
What do they do?
I never even seen those.
They make Winchesters.
Did they have a boots on them?
Hey, where'd the pig go to college?
Hog you.
Oh! Look at his face Gizzard's making. Gizzard ain't even going to laugh.
I'm going to
That was
get
my
through
best
this
joke
before
of
the
the
show's over.
Oh, hush.
Good luck with
Yeah,
that.
Maybe.
All right. So, one of Obi's favorite companies, or Dipmus, Panther Arms.
I got a Dipmus patch
We
this
can't say
year.
anything. Hey,
Also,
be quiet. Because
They have a pill for that. Just saying.
Forgiveness.
Probably. Then you got this decal thing from Taurus.
Is that a raging bull?
That is a raging bull.
He's a little
There's
horny.
a small startup company out there called Glock, and they were giving these away, so I might have snatched one or two.
It's perfect.
450.
And then we have Lead Star Arms.
Are you sure it's not Lead Star?
Kind of how I was
Pretty
thinking.
sure. And then, yes, I know I've had these before, but these are fresh ones right from the 2023 SHOT Show. PSA Dagger.
Psa.
And a fresh, brand spanking new Palmetto State Armory sticker for you.
I feel like that's a fake news. I feel like those have been around for a while.
Mhm.
Not these. Okay, and then a couple patches for you.
Well, we know if you picked it up at this shop.
This one's
it's
still
not
in the
from last year.
plastic, and yes, I've given these away before too.
Oh,
The
that's Sarge,
Minuteman
that's
one-
Sarge's patch, isn't it?
No,
Yeah,
it's Snobs.
Did they
Let's
have
not-
a booth?
Kieran.
Did Gun Owners of America have a booth?
Yeah, they did.
Or was
That's
it?
where I got it. Down in the dungeon.
They had
Yeah.
they had all the organizations kind of like right in the middle aisle.
I looked
Yep.
for them and I looked for them and I looked for them. Did they have a ton of patches out like the other year?
Yeah, it's several.
Damn it. I couldn't find them. I kept looking.
And last but not least, a brand new sticker from PSA 2023 SHOT Show.
That one's actually pretty cool.
Sticker or a patch?
I should have
Patch.
said patch. It is a patch. See, it's got the patch stuff on the back of it. You can stick it on a patch panel. It's very cool and colorful.
You stick it on a patch panel.
I could.
What that was all about. Why do you have to be like that?
And all this can
What if
be
that got
yours.
stuck in somebody's eyelashes?
That might be bad.
All right, folks, get those entries in. FT. Hashtag FT203. Hurry up, folks. You're running out of time. Because all this, and not no more, can be yours if the price is right.
Oh, the price is right. That's for sure. So there is your hashtag and the StreamYard giveaway tool with 26 entries in it. And we have 24 people out there in YouTube according to StreamYard. So it's just
Nope,
going to be a
28.
matter of time until my contest judge
Do it now.
tells me to hit this draw button, which he just did.
Congratulations. Brian Woods, you're tonight's winner, shook on dinner. And once again, it looks like this is still Favors Facebook.
It always likes
If you really
Facebook.
want a chance to win, you got to enter on the Facebooks.
So congrats to Woods. He says send it
Greg.
to G23.
So there's the G23.
Do you know what room he's in?
He's at the sex change division of the hospital. That's what I've been hearing.
He's getting his quote unquote leg work done.
All right. Well, congrats to Woods, and then congrats to G23 for being the recipient of the gift package. Plus, I forgot to say, this is
snap.
a winner
Tonight's
winner
a
chicken
winner
dinner.
chicken dinner.
That's right. There is a
Whenever
chicken dinner
G23
involved here.
gets released from prison, the hospital, he can stop by and get him a chicken dinner on the way home.
There it is, right there. That's going with it. I'm out of practice. I haven't done this for three weeks.
It's rigged.
So it is rigged, but that's okay. It's my show. I can rig it if I want to.
It's my show, and I'll rig it if I want to.
Really?
Wow.
That's the best I got.
Stab it.
Yeah.
Stab it now.
I was afraid of that. All right. So
All right, you
let's-
know what time it is now, Gizzard?
hold on a minute. I got to clear the board here first.
Oh, my land. Oh, this is terrible.
What time is it?
It's the time of the show that everybody waits for. Everybody's second favorite part of the show. This is the part of the show where we make fun of obnoxious. Oh, wait, no. Wait. Oh, yeah. It's the part of the show where we look at GORN. That's right. Send your gun and knife pictures to GORN at GizzardGary.com. Now, folks, that's GORN at GizzardGary.com. Or you can tag the Instagram account, GG Fowl Territory, for your GORN to be shown on the screen. And if you do choose to email, please include your channel name with the email so we know who you are and we don't have to read your email out loud, even if it's Pink Panty Sniffer 27.
You didn't do your. It's time for Show Us.
I wasn't done. I had to catch a breath and get a drink.
Oh, for God's sake. This is a 2-hour show.
Was.
It's going to be 3 hours if you don't hush.
I know, right?
It's time for Show Us Your Gun.
Guns.
See, I got to get another drink.
Guns.
Corn.
Peanut butter jelly
sugar.
time. Jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
So, show us your GORNs, he says. GORNs. Is it GORN or GORNs? Is it GORN plural?
Oranges. Show us your oranges.
Somebody said we're
So-
goons.
Oh my. I have something in the email here.
He's got something in the email here.
I've got something in the email. It is from one of our panelists, actually. It is from Ghost Tactical, and he says that this is Paul's hospital room. Wow. Kind of an inside joke, but
With the way that looks, it's very inside.
That was possibly a room at the Livery Armory compound this week also.
yeah, I think I was in that room.
Of course you were.
Why
I
wouldn't
was.
you
That's probably where I picked up some of the stuff I had.
be? Yeah, I bet it was. They usually have
You got a
pills
sore
for
throat.
that, but you know, hepatitis doesn't always go away quickly.
That's what they say. So I got something that was sent 2 weeks ago for somebody who
little
thought
way.
I was having a show when I was. Well, that was the day I was getting ready to leave. Yeah. I was still packing up. So this is from Pat Hirsch, otherwise known as Pat the Bunker. Says, pick this up to start my daughter with some training on a handgun. Got the rose-colored grips. Thought she would like it along with the 22 mag cylinder. Nice.
Get some rose-colored glasses to go along with those grips. It'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Or some yellow ones.
Some Hunters HD.
With friends like you, Ghost, I don't know how he has any or how he needs any enemies.
No.
You know, just that kind of a lovely guy.
That's what I heard. I think
Yes,
I
that's
heard
what
it from you, as a matter
I
of fact.
tell myself in the mirror every day, doggone it, people like me.
I look in the mirror each day just because I get better looking.
And it breaks.
The problem with the mirror is I can't see myself. I don't show up in mirrors, so
Just because you're too short.
oh, that's messed up. That's hitting below like the never mind.
Be nice, man.
It's true.
Somebody just popped into the
So like meeting like she-fires, now I know like how you guys feel around me. Like it was pretty like awesome to tower over somebody.
I hope she slaps you next time she sees you.
I seem to be having trouble with my Instagram, folks.
Oh, isn't this just great?
It's just wonderful. Tell you what, you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to pop out and pop right back in.
No, I'm just
I
going to
bet
sit
you
here
are.
quietly.
So I will be right back.
That's all this
Everybody
about.
just
I think we should be quiet the whole time. This
yeah,
dead air,
this
dead air, presented by Dead Air Silencers.
Did I already ask what was the best food at the show?
Our barbecue joint was pretty awesome, as always.
Oh, you're talking about in general or at the
Oh, yeah,
actual
in
show?
general, not like actually at the show.
I was gonna say the only thing I had at the show that was good was the blueberry muffins.
The fat burger we had on Friday at the food court is good, but fat burger is always pretty good.
We found a new place. We just kind of went randomly to a Mexican restaurant. It turned out to be really, really good. I'll tell people off here so that it doesn't get swarmed. But pretty good if you're looking for like just some good food.
You back, Gizzard, or do we need to keep talking amongst ourselves?
I don't know. Am I here?
I don't know.
I understand you're back. Are you? Let me rephrase this in Gizzard terms. Are you ready to show Instagram, or do we need to keep talking amongst ourselves while you get this corrected?
Well, every time I click on anything that's a reel, it says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. All right. Go ahead and talk some more. I'm going to have to try one more thing. Entertain the folks.
We had the Peppermill one night, and that's a pretty good place to get a good breakfast. And
Oh, shit.
I guess we lost Obi too.
We went to a buffet on Sunday morning. It was awesome. Wish we would have gone on a second.
We went for dinner on Tuesday night, maybe. I don't remember what night we went. We went for dinner at Peppermill, and all of us got breakfast. But I mean, it's like $23, $24 per person to eat there. But at the same time, they actually give you a ton of food, and it's really good.
Yeah, the buffet we went to was $60 for two of us, but holy moly, was it good to go back to a buffet again. It was really good, and it was plentiful. You said you went to a buffet, but it was nighttime and they had breakfast at it?
No, we didn't go to a buffet. We
Oh,
went to Peppermill. It's just like a diner kind of almost thing. It's on the strip. But it was really good. I ordered ham and eggs, and I had like half a dozen eggs scrambled and potato or two. And then my piece of ham was literally like, I don't know if anybody's ever bought like the ham steaks at the grocery store. It's like huge.
Yeah.
Like fills up a whole plate that feeds like 3 people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was my one for one person.
Holy
Plus a bagel
cow.
with cream cheese. I mean, there was no way to eat it all. And I don't know why I didn't think about asking for something because we had a microwave at the house. I could have taken it home and had it for breakfast the next morning.
Wow. We cooked at that condo Sunday night. That was pretty good. I did steak and Clover did like corn and mashed potatoes and stuff.
Did you get it figured out, Gizzard?
I'm working on it here.
What's
I was gonna say if you
what's the
can, I can
malfunction?
share it.
I'm going to say, I've never had so much trouble in my life.
Well, I can do it for you if you need me to.
Let's see.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, you may have to. I'm not having any luck at all.
Okay.
I'm trying to bring up reels on Instagram. It says it can't play them. I don't know what the problem is. So, yeah, if somebody else could bring it up. Bring up the GG Fowl Territory page.
Tagged. Let's see. This will be the first one. I get it up and I'll open the screen share.
I'll let
I don't know
you
why mine's
drive.
not even showing. Share screen.
You said Snob ordered eggs. Flex much? Yeah, the way egg prices are these days. No kidding.
No
right?
kidding.
Wow.
I ordered
That
a
much.
10-egg omelet.
Thanks.
It cost you $150.
I deleted that one. I didn't realize it got a little out of hand up there. I was on the other tab. Okay, here you go, Gizzard. There's your first one.
Okay, now I can't read the screen.
Oh, I can't help you with that.
You can't? It's your screen.
I mean, I can read it, but I don't know. It says, obnoxious one, the brand new Apollo 11 from Live Free Armory.
Is that like a cool gun?
Soon to be.
Soon to be.
When's that gonna be out?
Ethan said Q2. Knowing Colby, it'll be
I
like
think
mid
Matt's
quarter
already on
one.
the website.
Probably.
So now,
Now,
obnoxious one. Wild West Guns always brings the heat.
Could have brought some of that heat out to range today.
Yeah. And to their pizza when you get there an hour and a half late because of traffic in the parking
2 hours
garage.
late.
Yeah.
oh, I seen that guy.
Striking my best operator pose with the Challenger. I'm just glad nobody got flagged in this video.
That's true.
Look at that shirt, though.
You do realize you can just click the left and right buttons on the edge of the screen.
I tried it, but it didn't do anything. So I just did. Here's Untactable Foss with a Walther PPK.
It's a hand beater.
Oh, it worked that time.
Ooh, look at that Gorn. Look at that shiny head.
Yeah. Gizzard, would you like to tell everyone who that is in case they don't know who Miss Cheryl Todd is and why she's
Cheryl Todd is the co-host of Gun Freedom Radio. Yes,
Gun Freedom Radio. Oh.
yeah, I wished I could have had her do a Fowl Territory.
She probably
You
would
probably
have.
should have just asked her.
Absolutely.
Asked.
See, it didn't work again that time. It just like froze up.
Maybe Instagram's having issues. I don't know.
Oh, here's another one.
That's a different gun.
That's
Yeah.
a different gun.
Is that the out there? No, I see the POF in the back. Yep. Never mind. I feel I'm dumb. Never mind. Ignore me.
It worked. It worked that once.
Chris Lang says he sent me an email. I'll check it here as soon as we get done with this.
Here's another weirdo Foss. Oh wait, I said
You did.
weirdo Foss with an HK P30 V3. He's just
Look
flexing on
at him
the
flex
forward.
with his HK there.
Must be another Foss. Now he's got the Walther PK 380. Don't you have one of those ghosts?
I don't claim it. Sorry.
I've never heard anything great about those.
You say
It's sad. It's basically like an Umarex frame with a Walther slide.
I thought it was like a P22 converted to, or whatever their little 22 is converted.
No, it's a different. It's literally like a. I mean, it's an Umarex. It's the frame's not very good. It shoots okay. It's just like if you're gonna stamp Walther on it, like you expect certain things, and it's very underwhelming.
Well, you want to know what makes that Walther look good? That Kel-Tec that's screwed together. Another untouchable false. With a P17 Kel-Tec. That's hard to look at. I'm done. I know where this was taken. Obnoxious one, would you like to explain yourself here?
I recognize those grips.
he's muted.
Apparently he doesn't want to explain himself. That's some lock grips.
But that was taken at SHOT Show.
Who's
You
Boo?
can tell by the little orange tag on the guns.
That's yellow. Are you colorblind?
Yes, I am.
That explains a lot.
Leave me alone.
He really thinks he's wearing yellow shirts all the time. Come to find out they're orange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, all
that's
the
one
unfinished stuff on there is stuff that Locke is planning to come out with. So the magwell, the mag release, the rear slide plate. I'm ready for that Magwell.
Yeah, somebody
little-
else had that one when I was doing my shorts, so I couldn't pick it up.
Is that little subscribe button things in YouTube?
I add them in my video editor, so it doesn't actually can't click on it. It's just there in the video.
Yeah, it's
I was wondering if it was like a
merely
pre-programmed thing in YouTube. It's just in your editor.
Yeah,
So what is this?
and it's L2D Combat. They got some good looking guns.
This
Take
looks
it
like
to
a wall of
G23.
mechanics.
oh, that's a Canic wall. I saw that today.
G23 is taken off. Have a good one.
Yep, have a good one.
Later.
Like the Walther P99. Oh wait.
I must have run across the whoever's doing the Cerakoting for Canic, because that was over in Caesar's Forum.
I think that was in the actual circuit, but they were doing the laser, showing off their laser thing because they had a bunch of those. I think that was the Canics that were in there. They had their laser thing doing them.
That is the Taurus TX22 Compact.
All the small things.
Mhm.
So when you go into a booth and they got these optics on them, is there a like most common optic?
Usually
Tauruses are all
Holosun.
Rytons, I believe.
Holosun is a big one in most people's booths, just because
Yeah.
they give them to everybody, I think.
Okay, and the Dan Wesson DWX.
No, they changed the grips the day you were there, huh?
It's a
They're
different
red
gun.
today. I was there. Huh? I
On
thought
the
they only
Dan
had one
Wesson?
DWX. Weren't they
I
red
wanted
the
to
day
do a
we
short
were
on
there?
that, but somebody had it when I was gonna do my short.
Probably Gizzard. Weren't the grips on that red the first day we were over there?
No, they ship with red, don't they?
I thought they had their red grips on them that day.
No, maybe. I don't remember.
I'm thinking it did. I think I have a picture somewhere if I went back and look.
I don't have one. I'm not gonna buy one, so didn't pay that much attention to it.
That was pretty sweet.
Ah, the tandemized.
Yeah, and Alex says, "Oh, I'm going to force you to buy a TX22. I'm going to send you everything we have for it." And I said, "I really would like to buy one of those. That's really fun."
$1,000 gun there.
You know, if they were really serious, they do send you the 1022 with it.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I told him because they're selling the whole package as one. I said, "Oh, you can just send me the whole thing then." He didn't laugh.
Mhm.
Like, well, that's not very fun.
I really did like that thing when I held it, though. It
Mhm.
feels good.
That's what she said.
Ah, the Odd 22 from Civivi.
That's what we call Clover, the odd 22.
It's a nice looking knife. And then last but not least, the Kimber K6S.
I'm just frustrated none of my tags showed up. A waste of my time.
That it?
Yeah, because none of mine showed up.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know why.
Yep, I got ripped off.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Well,
I tagged stuff and didn't show up again.
I don't know what's up with that.
I don't either.
But since I have control, I want to show off something cool. You know what was probably... Oh, this picture. This is the one I want to show. This is an amazing picture.
just you standing there.
Mm-hmm. With the Miami Night skin.
It's nightclub camouflage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it was. I need this.
It's a nice effing gun.
It is a nice
Mhm.
effing gun.
Effing sweet.
You know that guy's not a real cowboy.
Yeah, I heard that. He was on here, he told me. Yeah. He was probably a baton twirler in a marching band.
That guy's trying to get Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to pick
Trying
up
to get his Texas
ABC.
in. He was pretty good, though. All right. I'll give control back to Gizzard.
This is what happens when you're trying to rope a calf that's been drinking Mountain Dew.
Okay, so back to the mailbox. And so we have this from Chris Lang. Says, neat little holster for the JA-22. It's kind of a neat holster.
What kind of grips is that on that JA-22? That's interesting. Like either super old or different grip.
That is mahogany.
Mahogany, you say?
We'll see if Gizzard has any stones. I'm going to send him a picture. We'll see if he shares it. We'll see if he has the stones to share it.
He'll share it.
Well, I have another email here, but I'm not sure who it's from.
The Pink Panty Sniffer 27?
It's a CZ Shadow 2, but they didn't give me their screen name, so I don't know who it is.
Then it's Pink Panty Sniffer 28.
Mm-hmm. They know the rules. If they don't give the screen name, they get their email read out loud. That's on them.
Chris Lang says black walnut.
Oh, okay. He made them.
So
Very
we'll
cool.
see.
Knew those were not stock.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I was afraid you wouldn't have the stone.
Not a
Outside,
single
that
stone.
was a great picture.
In this case, let's just say discretion is the better part of
Not
valor.
a single stone.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
I got one that's way worse.
Some kind of 9mm picture. I'm glad you chose discretion.
Okay, so we got a video here. I presume I need to mute this.
It's probably just us talking because it's just off my phone. It doesn't have any audio.
Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, come on and play. What in the
Good
world's
work, kid.
going on?
I don't know. Your internet's like
It's not the internet.
Probably that MacBook Pro.
Probably got a virus. He was checking out the marketing girl for Clash of
Something
USA.
is
And
really strange here.
And your computer's acting funny.
Weston had a good point. He said, as long as it's not showing a suppressor being put on, it should be fine.
Here, I'll do it by hand. How about that?
It sounds like Snap Saturday night.
Uh-huh.
What in the world's going on with this computer? I rebooted it and everything.
I turned it off and on.
I did everything but that. First time I closed the browser and opened it back up. Second time I rebooted the machine. So only thing I haven't done is a complete power down. And yeah, my internet's fine. So
I blame your internet.
it's not even playing on my local machine. So something's weird going on here. Probably gonna have to get a new MacBook or something like that. Shoot.
Stuff like that happens, I blame Nancy Pelosi.
It's probably a safe bet.
I might start
Weston
blaming
says-
Feinstein.
Weston says I'll probably need to update the OS. Probably my cache is full or something. I don't know. I've never
You're
had
full of
that
cache?
happen before. I couldn't play video on Instagram. I can't play videos. That's just weird.
If his Mac is smoking hash, that would explain a lot.
So I guess as long as it's a static picture, I'm pretty good. But I don't know what's going on, folks. I blame StreamYard.
If you power down the computer and take the RAM chips out, rinse them off, put them back in there.
Mm-hmm.
While they're still damp, yeah.
Yeah, you got to clean that RAM off.
Yeah, I've told Snob that before. He needs to clean his RAM every once.
You
in a
gotta
while.
you gotta wipe that drive like with a cloth.
Mm-hmm. Then steel wool, you got to make sure you have some really good steel wool. Get all in there and get all the nooks and crannies.
I ain't touching that hammer from Nancy's house.
I don't touch nooks or crannies, just saying.
Why are you sending me movies, Snob? You know I can't play them.
That's why he's
That's why he's sending them.
If you're gonna
Just wants
send
get
them,
y'all
you
spun
play 'em.
up.
You
No,
play it.
Weston says his CPU fluid might need changed.
Is that next to the blinker fluid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Die-cast magnet?
Yep.
Okay, so it let me play it before I was presenting it. So now that I've got it presented, this will work.
Can anybody guess who I'm impersonating?
Is that Clover?
The funny thing is, we're in cases over there just off screen, talking to somebody, actually talking to somebody, and he catches me on the glimpse of his eye, and he's just dying.
You needed the pink wristbands, the wrist braces, though.
I know. The first time I did it, I about pulled their whole display over because I had reached the end of the rope a little sooner than I expected.
Don't even screw around, Mo. You know you have to change those muffler bearings.
That's right.
Screwing around.
Don't make fun of people. All right, boys and girls, we got some time to kill. What are we gonna do?
I can tell everybody a great piece of advice after that I learned this SHOT Show.
What?
Don't
Don't take
eat the
Gizzard
yellow
with you when you
snow.
go to SHOT Show.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Gizzard.
Don't eat the big white mint.
No, those are good too. As long as you get them out of
Don't drink the blue
As long
water.
as you get them out of the fourth floor bathroom. You don't want to get them out of the one on the first floor.
If you're the only guy in the house that's not going to the bathroom as soon as you get back from the restaurant, go outside. Just ask
That's
Sarge.
also a good piece of advice.
Poor Sarge.
Okay. So one thing not to forget on your desk, whenever you leave, is your business cards.
Oh yeah, somebody had to print new business cards when they got to
Yeah,
Vegas.
they are terrible. So whenever you get a buy and then you do the same day print at Office Depot, it doesn't actually work that way because Martin Luther King Day is not a day apparently. So you have to wait till Tuesday.
I actually used digital business cards this year, and everyone seemed to like that a lot better.
Yeah,
might want to think about that.
I should have switched to. So I went and got same day business cards printed at Office Depot. They were absolutely terrible. The font was too small. You couldn't hardly read them. You had to have like a magnifying glass to read them. And they were printed on basically construction paper. And they weren't even cut out evenly. Like some of them had like white edges showing on them, and some didn't. But you get what you get when you do stupid stuff.
And whose fault was that?
I completely know it was my fault.
He kept
Luckily, I
blaming
had-
Stacy the whole week we were there.
Mhm.
He should have had Stacy just FedEx them overnight to you.
I thought about it. I thought about overnighting them, but I decided I could do it a little cheaper this way. I did have like 20 something in my badge holder from the last show, so there was that at least. So I didn't have zero, but
Well, you know what you should do? next year, about a day or two before SHOT Show, you should put those things in the mail to the Airbnb so they'll be waiting on you when you get there.
Or just put them in my bag like I was planning.
No, you might forget that.
Well, what I did is I set them out on my desk, and I said, I'm going to run in the house to grab a Ziploc bag and just take some of them out of the box and put them in a Ziploc bag and throw them in my bag. And then one thing and another happened, and Sunday evening I got to Vegas and realized I didn't have any business cards.
Of course, it'd be your luck they'd get there before the previous tenants leave. Of course, from what I understand about that Airbnb, that people are pretty good for leaving stuff behind for next people.
Yeah.
I don't know that we can tell that story.
It was well equipped. I'm sure you can. It's legal.
Go ahead.
So I was on the back porch, minding my own business, and I looked down. I was like, what is that in this patio chair? So upon further investigation,
Bag of oregano.
it was jars of oregano in a big bag. Lots of oregano. Several dollars worth of oregano.
See, they're just being hospitable.
I know, but sadly they didn't leave any papers or anything else, so we didn't know what to do.
Oh, come on. I've smoked out of a potato before. Come on now. You got to be.
We didn't have a potato.
Well, you can go buy a potato.
So, I mean.
Allegedly, I should say. I must. I
so
think
we
I
just
might.
had to
I
go
might
get
have done
all the Swisher Sweets and peach cigarillos and all that stuff. No, but there really was a bag of party favors left for us.
I bet you they were pissed when they got back home.
Yeah.
Then again, they couldn't take it on a
in,
plane anyways.
And they would have had that back in Tulsa years ago.
Ghost could have sold it.
Sold it? What are you talking about?
One time somebody's trying to buy weed off everybody.
Yeah, I was in the parking lot. I could have sold a ton of it that day. In the murder motel.
No adventures this year? Any wrong turns or misunderstandings or?
We have plenty of misunderstandings.
Might have been a wrong turn or two also.
Because I wasn't driving. I'd have been driving. There wouldn't have been. Gizzard missed out on the best wrong turn. Ooh, Lord. I thought I was going to die Saturday night waiting on Gizzard to get in from the airport. I blame Sarge for that.
What happened?
Sarge thought he was going to be funny and screwed with the pedals on the Suburban. Obnoxious got in. We about slammed backwards first. And then he hits the brakes, and I about came out of the back seat into the front seat. And Sarge was like, oh, it wasn't me. Do-do-do-do-do.
I will say that I have a newfound respect for the industry side after spending many hours with EAA. But yeah, that sucks, man. I'm telling you. Putting up a booth is not fun.
No, and tearing down's not fun either because LFA had to wait until real late at night to finish up because they didn't have their, what was
their crate
They
for
were
their monitor.
waiting to get their crates because they didn't. Didn't pay for them, and the union screws you over if you don't pay for
There
them.
was someone I heard. I can't remember who they said it was, but they said there was someone there that didn't get their stuff until 2:30 that morning. Like they were there all night waiting until like 2:30 to get their stuff backed up. That's what happens when you don't pay the Teamsters, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, our rental car, we had a Suburban at first.
Yeah, you did.
Started making funky noises, and me and Sarge went in Walmart. Well,
Probably because some jackass messed with the pedals.
Probably. But me and Sarge went in Walmart while Gary and Obnoxious stayed in the truck, and they come to pick us up, and it's making all this racket on the outside. I'm like, pop the hood. Pulls over, pops the hood. We look down in there. The water pump pulley's sitting there just wobbling, and there's water like drizzling out, or maybe a slight spray out of the water pump. Like, we have a problem here.
You're gonna say you opened it up and there was a bunch of jars of oregano in there.
Yeah.
And I love the
You know,
fact they
that's why the
said,
water
"Hey,
bottles-
can you bring it back? Like, why can't you just come meet us? Like, they made you bring it back. That's even better."
The even better part is they made us fill it up with gas before we took it back too, even though it's about to die.
No, they did not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stick it up your butt, Jobu.
If your car's falling apart, I mean, yes, but your car's falling apart.
Then they made us drive a Ford.
I know, and it didn't even have heated second row. It was ridiculous.
What if next time y'all get those, like, the little tiny cars, and then you all have a different color little tiny car? That could be part of the videos.
Just all of us driving our own
yeah,
little
right
tiny
there at
car.
the curb. Oh, if it's like DC, you can rent them right there as you're walking down the street off the curb. They're plugged in, waiting for you.
Was there scooters this year? Like where you could rent scooters and drive around on the
Yes, there were.
I don't think I've seen them this year.
I got my toes run over one time.
Yeah, DC has those little electric cars you can rent, like the scooters.
I don't know if they had them in years past, but this is the first time I went to the outside mobile range on Tuesday at SHOT. That was kind of a cool little setup. I don't know if it's been there before or not.
I never did even make it. I didn't realize where it was, and I never made it all the way out there. It's over by the Ferris wheel, isn't it?
Yeah, it was right underneath the Ferris wheel. Yeah, but I had never. I don't know. I mean,
Did you
I
go
don't know
into Did you go to the building where they sold stuff? There was like a store there this year.
it was kind of over in that area. I did not go into it though. No, but it was a big tent. Is what it was kind of.
Kind of wondering what they had for sale.
I was disappointed nobody gave away any SHOT Show hats or anything like that. You had to go buy that stuff.
Well, I got a whole bunch of hats, but you mean ones that say specifically SHOT Show on them?
Yeah. Used to in years past, you could pick one up at range day or something like that as you walked in.
You mean like from NSSF or whoever?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got there on the first buses, but like, I think 3 buses left in like the first wave, like at the first, whatever, 7:30 or whenever they left. And when they arrived, one of them went to the main spot and then our bus went to the other spot. And I don't know if the third bus went back somewhere else or something, but you know, we'd got let off at the north end next to the highway. So anything that would have been handed out was not up there for sure.
They didn't really. I didn't get. You know, usually every year they have the thing where you can get like the SHOT Show hats and stuff. But I didn't see that at all this year.
Maybe it got
We went
blown
through the main
away.
entrance.
No, that stuff's all like sponsored, and if they didn't get a sponsor for it, then they didn't do it, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because all they had was eyes and ears. They had a little bag. What was in that bag? I didn't get the bag. Did anybody get the bag?
Mm-mm.
I don't think it really had anything in it that I know of.
Someone's having some oregano.
I wish.
Yeah, you can't buy oregano where I live.
I told you, you absolutely
You can. You just got to know where to go.
Legally.
Okay, you did not specify legally.
I just did.
You didn't in the first place.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you could buy it probably right here in this apartment building.
Yeah, the lady downstairs will hook you up, Gary.
I know she ain't selling meth.
Maybe with more than just oregano. Just saying.
Oh, I have some more GORN.
Do you have the picture of Clover riding the mechanical bull?
I do, but I didn't figure Gizzard would share that either.
That just sounds funny as hell.
Oh, you have no idea.
It's definitely a bull.
Was
There's
it-
no questioning whether it's a bull or not.
Was it a mechanical bull or some other kind of thing?
It's part of a bull.
If you
It's
could,
a
yeah,
part of
I
a
guess
bull
you
that
could
the
call it
bull
that.
has and the cow doesn't have.
Correct.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I tried to call the number, but you can't read the number on this photo, so. We're just in the drive-thru at McDonald's, and there's that on the sign. I was like, oh.
It's handy.
That's just good marketing skills right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Entrepreneurial.
You're in a good
What kind
neighborhood.
of sign was that?
It's in a McDonald's drive-thru sign.
Oh, nice. So Five Guys pays me to go eat there, and that would be the kind of thing I'd make a mention, like, there's an advertisement for meth on the side.
So
I
would
was
that
like,
be
oh, that's
I guess
meth?
McDonald's doesn't have like the bus to spare to send somebody over.
It's probably the manager.
Damn.
Okay.
That was last Saturday night for my week.
That's for the whole week.
Yeah.
43 flights. I don't think I climbed hardly any stairs, luckily. Like maybe some, but not that many.
Well, we had our bedrooms were upstairs.
Oh man, really? That'd be a
Mhm.
factor. I never thought about that. I guess now that you're saying that, Haas had a place with upstairs. I never even put two and two, but I would not want to be walking around all day at shot and then be like, damn it, did I forget that in the bedroom upstairs and have to go upstairs and get shit all the time?
You did that a million times too.
Mm-hmm.
I had to walk upstairs to my bedroom, but Budget did not.
You
He
don't
was
go
under the
upstairs.
stairs.
Exactly.
The good news is you'll be under the stairs sleeping. The other good news is you won't have to be there because you'll be washing all our clothes the whole time, so you won't be sleeping. Washing the dishes.
Okay, so I think it's about that time, folks, in the show where we go through the panel and we ask everybody one last question before we let them give their plugs. And that is, what did you learn? And so I think we're going to go backwards through the panel today, and we will start with Ghost. Ghost, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that I need to utilize Snob's Airbnb skills so that I can show up and have oregano at my next house.
That's probably true. All right, you got anything coming up we need to know about?
Nope. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you. I had fun seeing everybody last week.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Thanks for being on tonight. G-Webs, what did you...
Well, you should go to that. Oh, what was I going to say? No, I forgot what I was going to say. So anyway, the Barrett being sold. I think I heard rumor, but that was interesting to learn about the details of. And yeah, thanks for hosting and thanks for the link. Good seeing everybody.
All right. Gun Snob, what did you learn?
I learned you need to put CPU fluid in your computer.
That's right. You didn't know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's an IT trick. What have you got coming up for us?
Nah, I don't know. I need to do a bunch of videos tomorrow. It's supposed to be the last day that's pretty here for a while because it's supposed to turn to crap again on Monday.
Oh, it's going to get nasty next week, brother.
Mm-hmm. So I need to get a bunch of videos done on Saturday.
All righty. Rich, what did you learn?
Well, along with anything else you can get in Vegas, I learned that apparently they have anatomically correct electronic bowls in Vegas. That was
Possibly.
They got things that are not bulls that are electric things you ride like that.
Yes, they do.
What have you got coming up, Rich?
let's see. Tomorrow night, the Royal Rumble. So we're going to be doing a watch party for that on the Wrestling Unloaded channel, and then
Royal Rumble. You're welcome.
That's what they called our condo this past week.
Well, that's because they took over all the oregano they found. That's just a one hell of a party.
Anything other than that?
Yeah, we got This Week Unloaded on Sunday on the Unloaded Media channel. And next week I will not be on the show because I'm going to be on my way up to Harrisburg for the Great American Outdoors Show. Got my press pass approval today because NRA takes forever to get the press pass approval notifications out for that show.
They usually don't send approval. You just show up and they have them ready.
Well, for the Great American Outdoor Show, they've sent approval notifications both years I've gotten the press pass, and it was always a week before the show that they sent the approval notification out. I don't know if they do that for NRAM or not, but
Okie doke. Alrighty, well, thanks for being here. And last but not least, Obnoxious One, what did you learn?
Not a damn thing. I'm barely paying attention.
You don't have to.
He's the only honest one on the panel.
There you go. What have you got coming up for us? Wonderful
Stuff
stuff,
and
I
things.
presume. There
Stuff
you
and
go.
things.
There's your stuff and things.
Got Monday, I'm going to drop my Timber Creek Enforcer set on the Bears rifle. So,
Cool. Hopefully you'll get many, 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 many views on that. Billions and billions. I'll be one of. Anything else? All right. Well, then let me get ready to shut things down here. I want to thank each and every one of you out there for watching, listening, whatever you're doing to the show tonight. Whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or even later on in the week on the audio podcast. Thank you for being part of the show. Thanks to everybody who contributed to the text chat. Thanks to all of my panelists. And as always, thanks to all of my YouTube channel members for their continued support of the channel. And we will be back next week, Friday night, 9 p.m. Central, for another edition of Fowl Territory. So don't forget to patronize all of your favorite gun tubers and try to share out the videos whenever possible. Everything that you share helps other people to see it because YouTube doesn't always promote things equally around. So help us all out anyway. And thanks for being here. And as I always say, that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, hello, there we go. Give him the bird.
Kick him in the junk. Oh,
You can do that too. Anyway, this is Gizzard Gary. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We will see you next week. Bye now. Oh, get your last minute shout outs.
See losers.
Did you just say patronize your favorite gun tubers?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think so.
I did.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to take care of you guys.
I appreciate that.
That's what I appreciate about you.
He doesn't get that.
No.
He doesn't even know who Shores he is.
All right, Squirrely. Start calling you Squirrely Dan.
Bye. Your
Balls of tub.